name's Joel Best, and this is the House of Black and White from Game of Thrones. It's from the TV version. And this is a place which is run by a League of Assassins. And so people who are preparing to die come here, and it's sort of a hospice. And then the faces are put in the Hall of Faces, and they can be used by the faceless men, the League of Assassins. Okay, so you know, last year the logo for the TV series was faces from the Hall of Faces. And I looked at that and I thought this would be absolutely hilarious in Lego heads. And so I built this. I originally started. I built like, you know, 2 faces, and I thought, oh yeah, this will work. And then you sort of get caught up in it, and it grows and grows. So.
Yeah, this is really neat. So when you first started this, you just kind of built from the ground up, or how did that work?
I had to decide how big it was going to be, and I took 2 of the big light gray base plates and hooked them together, and I decided that would be the dimensions. And then the pictures that you get from the TV show, you can find them online, and you realize that there are steps up the side, and the front door looks a certain way, and so on and so forth. And so I designed this, and there were certain important scenes in the series that I wanted to portray. Arya sweeping and Arya talking, sort of resigning her place in the League of Faceless Men, and so on. And there were different, I would get screenshots of different scenes in the TV series and print them out, use them as sort of blueprints for things. So, I had an idea. I mean, I thought about the footprints for the different columns on the lower side, and I could sort of plan how many bricks there were going to be. And there was a whole lot of, I did not use graph paper and plan this all out. I sort of built up, and then I'd start swearing and realize that I'd missed something, and I'd tear it back down and build it up again, and sometimes several times.
A lot of trial and error.
There was a lot of trial and error. And the trickiest part was actually putting this floor in, because this span is really long, and there are no Legos that are anything like that long. And so I had to figure out a way of making something that would be strong enough and stable enough to span really great distances. And then inserting that was very hard, and it turned out to be really important that the base be really flat, because if it buckled at all, then even though everything was the right length, it wouldn't connect.
Yeah. And it looks like you built this is this kind of a turntable thing here?
Yeah, this is something my son built for me. He found a Lazy Susan online that'll hold 1,000 pounds, and it was $10.
Wow.
And he built this wooden frame for me, because I did not want to bring this and put it together here. My goal was to transport this and not have a single Lego fall off, and that worked. It's heavy. It's probably, I don't know, 75, 80 pounds or something like that. So you really need 2 people to kind of carry it around, because if you drop this, it would be catastrophic.
Yeah. So if we walk around to the front real quick, can you point out some of the stuff over there? What do we have on the front here?
Well, this looks a lot like the front of the building as you see in the TV series. These towers are only in the TV series for like 3 seconds, and so I had to find them and print that. The black and the white doors are there. This is Arya Stark, who's sort of one of the heroines of Game of Thrones, and she's carried Needle, her sword, and she's also got the coin that will admit her to this building. And so we've done that, and then I put in there's a lot of obsessive stuff here, like this window shows that the staircase goes all the way down and all the way up. There's actually a lobby in here, and the lobby has 2 doors going off it and a staircase. And I can't open the lock. I mean, I can open these doors, but they don't close very easily, so I just leave them shut because they really should be shut anyway. So I built things that no one will ever see. And but you could, if you walked into this building, you could move around it completely. That is, you could go up the stairs to the upper floor. You could. There are doorways into and out of every room.
Yeah, that's really cool. Nice interior details.
Yeah, and all of the columns of faces. I have faces on the back side that, again, no one will ever see. But you know, it was just, you know, my thought was, if I was walking around in this, would I see what I should see, and that's what I built.
Sure. And then what was this room on the bottom here?
Well, this is a room where the dead are taken and the bodies are washed, and there are 2 of the characters in there, Arya and someone called the Waif, are washing the body. And so there's actually 4 scenes. The first scene is at the front door. The second scene is up here, where Arya is sweeping, and she's sort of put to menial work originally, and then she kind of gets a promotion to the body washing room, and then she becomes an assassin. And in the last scene is she's resigning. She's saying she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Okay. Well, I think the build turned out really great. I love what you've done with this, and I appreciate you taking me through it. Thank you.
A great time, you know, and it's the sort of thing you do it by yourself, and it's kind of lonely, and to come to the Brickfest and to have lots and lots of people get really excited about it. Some of them have seen the show and some of them haven't, but you know, I think people enjoy the complexity of it, and that's been very satisfying.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.